So here we have mixed operations, so we have to apply BEDMAS, but again, we still need to worry about factors here. We want to see the factor pieces. We have a minus, so we need a common denominator. We have a divide, we want to change that to a plus at some point. And again, we have to be careful when we're observing restrictions, because that also is a restriction, and that also is a restriction. So let's factor first. Okay, so there's my factors there. X plus 8 over x plus 8, x plus 2. Okay, recognize that there is a possibility of simplification there. I'm going to keep that as divide for now, just to keep track of my, actually I'm going to change that to times. Let's change that to multiplication. Just make sure that we keep track of the fact that these factors here need to be part of our restriction. So before I forget about my restrictions, I'm going to state my restrictions. X not equal to looks like -2, -3, +5, -8. I have to remember these ones here. So there's -2 and -1. Okay, so I just want to highlight that. So restrictions, 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 restrictions. Okay, so we have to, this is the one that can be overlooked if we don't think about this from the beginning. Okay, so those are restrictions. I'm going to get my common denominator now. Actually, before I do that, I want to simplify this fraction before I add and subtract, which makes my common denominator a lower term. So now my common denominator doesn't need to involve the x plus 8. It just needs x minus 5 and x plus 2. Okay, so I have my common denominator here. I need to multiply to get my common denominator here. So I end up with 2x minus 2 minus, okay, and I have to subtract x minus 5. Okay, x minus 5. And again, be careful of that minus, because we're going to minus both terms here. And that's all over my common denominator of x plus 2, x minus 5. I'm multiplying by x plus 1, x plus 2 over x plus 3. Okay, so this is not factored form, so I can't cancel anything yet. Okay, I can't go canceling something like that. This is not in factored form. Remember, we have to, everything's got to be connected by times, but this is factored and this is factored, and we have common factors. So we'll cancel out this common factor with this one. Okay, and again, just these are not factors here. This is a factor, this is not a factor. Okay, so we want to group the like terms, so see what the factored part looks like. So we're going to end up with 2 minus x, -2 minus negative, which is plus 3. This is x minus 5. Here we have x plus 1, x plus 3, and it does end up that this does combine to give us a common factor in the denominator. We'll cancel those out, and our final answer is going to be x plus 1, x minus 5. Okay, so there we go. We have all our, we've factored a lot here. We have to understand when we combine terms, when we're dealing with factors, and when we're dealing with non-factors, like this case here. This, because of that minus, this is not a factor. Factors are only connected by multiplication and division.